Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially healthcare. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Now, my friends, I want to bring you into the world here of something which I don't want to be I guess I do. I don't want to be the naysayer. Dare I say the Cassandra. I don't want to bring to you about all that's terrible in the world. But it's not that it's terrible. It's that you have to understand how things work. The real story. And how much do you want to know? How much do you really want to know? What is your level of interest in this thing? It's important. Look, if you don't want it's like anything else. You want to have an exercise program? Yeah, you want to run a marathon? You do want to limber up? You tell me. What would you like to know? What I think you should know is that which equips you best to handle all these issues of the world. Now, in Law and Order, I want to give you something. This would be the easiest question. The death penalty, yes or no? Oh, stop it. Stop it. You know where that one's going, right? Yeah. Make an argument for me against it. Make an argument for me against the death penalty. Go ahead. Well, I don't believe so. I didn't say you didn't believe it. Make an argument. Argue against it. And people would say, well, but I don't believe it. I didn't say you believe it. Make an argument against it. Make an argument why this doesn't seem to work. Because right now, in order for you to understand how something is beneficial, try arguing it the other way. Because what this mayor of New York City and other people are going to be doing is they're going to be talking about something which is very frightening called restorative justice. And we talked about it before, and it's a George Soros plan, and it should scare the hell out of you. But let me give you another one. Did you ever see the movie Robocop? See, a lot of folks think, for reasons I don't know, they think that, I guess that maybe they think that movies sometimes are just movies. But they're kind of like beta tests. They kind of let you in on where we're going as a society. And nobody really wants to think of that. They see it that way, but it's true. It's absolutely, positively, 100% true. Did you know years ago, did you ever read the Tom Clancy movies? That was fed to him by the boys, by the shop, by the outfit, by the CIA. Absolutely, positively. Here you go. Thank you. No, I'm not saying the man's not a good writer, but you ever hear people say, how did Tom Clancy know all this stuff? How? What do you mean how? How do you think? There was a time in this country, maybe you don't see it now, where if you went to the CIA website at the top right, where they said, are you interested in making a movie? Would you like to make a movie? Send us your script and we'll help you. You want to does your movie need an Air Force base? We'll give you one. You want to have cool planes in the back? We'll give you one. We'll give you whatever you want. Can we work with you on a script? Do you mind if we do that? Can we work on the script? Remember the show 24? What was that about? Straight from Langley. Go through some other great ones. Oh, well, before that was Green Berets or World War II, Vietnam. This is 100% propaganda. 100% propaganda. Like you cannot believe. Spy, there was The Farm. Remember the movie The Farm? When it was Al Pacino or somebody else, Colin Quinn. No, Colin, whatever his name is. Remember that? Completely 100% I mean, the stamp of approval. And you have to go and you have to look at what's happening next. Let me give you the following. All right, we've got drones, right? Drones have been introduced. What about arming drones? Is that going to be happen? Is that going to happen? Yes. Let me tell you the sequence of this, and then you're going to see the same thing with the police. Drones are going to be armed 100%, guaranteed. They're going to be armed, and not only that, they're going to be manned and programmed without necessarily having human interaction. There's a great piece I read about how I think Russia is very, very concerned about some of the armed drones that are being used elsewhere. Because as you know, you're told that Russia is the bad guy, China is the bad guy, everybody's the bad guy. They never do anything good. They're just bad. They're evil from the moment they get up to the time they go to bed. And if you think that, there's nothing I can do to help you. But here's the story. They're going to arm drones, and you're going to have people like Peter Thiel or this corporation or this group called Palantir that will figure out for you who needs to be shot and why. Got that? Okay, what if I told you this? I'll bring up your favorite subject, the snowball fights. Would you like me to get the snowball people? Yeah, okay. What if I show you I've got a new weapon system that'll help you out? Who are we looking for? We're looking into that. Give me a quick photo of that. Take a picture of that. Great. Okay, let's feed that up to our folks. You got that, Peter Thiel? Yep. Remember Peter Thiel, PayPal, and he was one of them. Anyway. But now he is, oh my God, what he's going to be able to do. All of a sudden they say, we've got it. I've got everybody who's there. Not only that, we know who they are. I've got them locked in. I know where they are. I know who they are. Give me a snippet. Give me an eye. I'll figure out who they are. Tell me where they are, where they live, what part of town, and I'll tell you exactly who they are. And I can look at this and I can figure I can even tell good guys from bad guys. And if the cops happen to wear, the color of the day, I'll figure that out as well. You got that? Good. Uplink it. What would you like us to do? Oh, I don't know. Do we have something that we can use to shoot them, not kill them, but teach them a lesson? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Watch this. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, these drones appear. Now, when you hear a drone, you think of something big. I'm talking something that could be the size of a mosquito, could be the size of a bird, could hover, but a lot of them. And they go right after, not the police, but these people. And we know who they are. And not only that, as they're doing it, they're training them, they're watching them, they're surveilling them, everything. I push the button or I pre-program, and all of a sudden, when it decides to do it, it unleashes a fury of whatever it is. Again, not to kill people, but really give them a hard time. Do you ever hear one of my favorite, the jokes that I think is funny is a rubber bullet. You ever get hit by a rubber bullet? You ever see what a rubber bullet does? You ever see? If I took macaroni and put it in a shotgun shell and fired it at you, relativity, equals MC squared. The faster a mass moves, the more energy. I can kill you. I can send a jujube at you at the right volume. I can do damage. Okay. So the idea that a rubber bullet, it's rubber. It's hard rubber. You can kill people, put out an eye, kill you, pierce a temple. Now, you got any problem with that? All of a sudden, go back to the scene. Washington Square Park. We hit the button. All of a sudden, the sky is filled. And then, and next thing you know, everybody there in that group, they're all on the ground. Holding their knee, holding their eyes, holding their head. Fight over. Nobody dead. Well, nobody they were going to report. I don't know about 6 months from now, but it's done. Okay? You got it? The cops are there. They handcuff them. They take them away. Now, what do you think the reaction to that would be? Overwhelming 100% support. Be honest. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, Mom Donnie would go crazy. All of a sudden, what else we have? Well, under further surveillance, we're going to find out when these people are going to meet again. Next we go after Antifa. Antifa is going to be we know who these people are. We've been doing a deep dive for the past, whatever it is, and we know everything. We have infiltrated all of their online, all of their email, all of their discussions, everything they've used to discuss. We know what Antifa is going to be doing next. And not only that, we're going to get into something called predictive programming. Remember Minority Report? Tom Cruise? You thought that was a movie. You thought, oh, that was clever. That's habituating you. That is a beta test. That's getting you ready for people using it. And they've been doing it forever. But it was like on a different level. Like, for example, they take the weather. They take where this thing is. Okay, Baltimore, summertime, this part. It does some kind of gross, rough features, but it kind of figures out what's happening. Remember they had these shot microphones all over have you seen that one? They sold this one. They said, we're going to put these microphones in the city to be able to triangulate where gunshots are coming from. And we bought this. Now listen to this. You've heard of this. We're going to put them over here. And then when there's a gunshot, we'll take 3 different readings and we'll be able to figure out where it's coming from, to stop crime. Yeah, I'll do it. What are they doing? They're recording you. It's a microphone that's on the whole time. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. What do you think? Congestion pricing is all about? You think it's about getting your money? I mean, yeah, it is. It's the cameras. What do the cameras do? Well, don't they just look at your speed? Don't they just take your license tag? Yeah. It's not only going to be able to tell whether you're looking down, looking up, looking at your phone. It'll be in your car, through your car. It'll be through you. I mean, you are going to see a 24/7 panopticon, the likes of which you have not believed. Every police car, everybody, they're constantly scanning license tags. Who's there, who's not, who's here. Imagine I'm standing in front of a huge, like a map, and these little red lights show, they go off and on. These are the people moving in, people moving out. We know at any given time where everybody is. After years and years of surveillance, which many people said, go ahead and do it if it stops crime. Now let's go back a little bit. You got me so far? Now people love this. I'm telling you, if I said this, people would say, where do we sign up? This is great. Because after all, if you're not doing anything bad, you've got nothing to worry about, right? Right. Okay.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our country has to offer, especially health care. Across every state, every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.